Welcome everyone to this video regarding the tier mobile apps. This is Jonathan Valdez from the UNICE tier secretariat, and I will introduce to you shortly the eTIR custom mobile app that has been developed by the tier secretariat in order to assist customs officers at the border or the different custom offices to deal with tier procedures, especially with regards to electronic tier procedures. As you can see here on the screen, I have both apps installed. This time we're going to click on the eTIR custom app and see what is happening when we get there. As you click on it, you will see here the logo from ITDB showing you that the app is actually related to the ITDB. As you would guess here, you would have to basically use your ITDB account. If you don't have one, you are welcome to contact the tier secretariat at itdb@un.org, or you can simply click on contact us here, and you will be actually invited to use your password in order to log in and access the application. If you see at the top here, you will see that you have access to the various languages that would allow you to switch the mobile app to the language of your choice. If you wish to do so, then you can basically browse and start using any of those. We will expand the choice of those languages in the future in order to expand it to as many countries as we can and as many languages actually as we can here. Once you log in, you will actually see first a small slide that will introduce you the main feature that will be available on this mobile app. There will be a small introduction text followed by an explanation on the very first and default screen that you see, which is about checking and validating tier card holder statuses. You will see that if you go on the screen, you will have the choice either to type the holder ID at the top or to actually use QR codes and scan it directly. Another feature that will be available to you is actually to go through the different stems and ceilings that are available in the ITDB and to be able to browse them. If you look closely here, you'll find that actually this same stuff they are actually blurred in order to avoid anyone to look at them from a different eye or to take picture of those, as they are confidential. Finally, you will find that there are two features that are also available for the custom officers, that they can consult the National Association directory and also the map with all the custom offices that have been recorded in ITDB. As you go through all those introductory slides, you will find at the end that you will be led directly to the app this time. On the first part of the app, you will see that at the bottom you have a choice of the 4 different features. At the top, your account. If you wish to update your account, it's going to be actually a link to your ITDB profile management page. If you click on it, you will have to authenticate against ITDB in the web page and change anything you would like to change. Nevertheless, you will be able to change potentially your language again here within the application, and this will stick with your mobile app, meaning that if you choose a language that is different in ITDB and in a mobile app, it will be separate and you can actually use the one you want on each side. Now, if you come here, in order for you to check a holder status, you would have to enter this one. Let's say, and as you enter it, you click, and you will see that the application is going to fetch the information from the ITDB. And you will see here for this tier candidate holder that he has an authorized status, that is excluded in Belarus, and that his authorization date is this one, and so on and so on. You may see here that all this information is actually factice. It's not real information. It has been anonymized in order to make sure that no real information would be leaked through the use of this video. You can find all the information as you scroll down, the business address, the association related to this one, and any other information, contact phone number, and the latest update of this particular record. It is important to note that as you go here, if the zeros before the association part are mandatory, actually the zeros before the index part, the latest part, are not mandatory. If I was to just type this one, it will work too. It's important because some of them may have a lot of zeros on the front. On the other side, if you were to remove this time the slashes, you will find that it's still working, and that's the reason why it's very important to always put the letters and the right numbers until you get to the index number. Now, if you clear it, you will see that you have another option, which is this time to actually scan a QR code. If the tier card holder is using the eTIR holder mobile app, or if they have their QR code printed somewhere in order for you to be read, you will see that you will be able, by clicking on the big button in the middle, and access this time the feature of the camera of your phone. You will find that the first time you use this, the app will ask you, okay, you are using now the phone of your mobile phone. Do you accept the mobile app to do it? And I would recommend for you to press the button while using the app, which is the best option here. As you go there, you will now be able to scan, and you will find automatically the number that is displayed on the screen is actually the one that has been scanned. It's fetching the data from ITDB, and instantly you can see that here this holder is actually excluded in your country. The reason for that is because we are here representing a Georgian custom officer, and at this time the exclusion belonging to your own country shows that the tier content holder is excluded for the time being. If you are done with checking, you will see that you have access to the different registers. Registers mean stamps and sealings. You can browse through the whole library of visuals and description that have been provided in ITDB. If you were to click on one of those, you would find that you have the whole description here and some blurred version of the images, which is on purpose, of course. If you want to see them for real, you would have to press the image on your screen. I'm not going to do that here in the video because I don't want to actually disclose this information out there in the video, but of course it is important to understand that those visuals are accessible on your phones, on this mobile app, when you actually press the image. You have now another feature that is related to a map this time. The first time you will use the map is going to ask you, okay, do you wish to allow the app to use your geographical position? You will have to say yes while using the app again. It's going to happen only once, and you will see a disclaimer explaining that the boundaries and the different borders that are shown on the map are not a reflection of the United Nations, but they are just borders that are representative for the sake of the map to assist the customs officers in figuring out the different limits of the custom territories. Now, if you find the map at the beginning, you will have to zoom in a bit and find out, in my case here, that I'm currently recording this at the border between France and Switzerland, and you will find here the different custom offices that are sitting along this border. Some of them are inside, and some of them, of course, are by the border. If you click on this one, for example, you'll find out the code of this custom office, name of the custom office, Saint-Julien-Bardon, and eventually also the full set of information, email address, phone number, the corresponding custom office on the alternate, on the equivalent side, on the other side of the border for the neighboring country, and various other information. If you wish to have more information, you would have to click on See More on ITDB, and this will lead you to the dedicated public page in ITDB for further details. You will see here at the top also that you have the details of all the tier operations available at this border, and if you click on this little icon here, you will be led to your mapping application in order for you to define an itinerary to reach this specific custom office. Finally, the last feature available for the customs officer via the app is actually a full directory and updated directory of all national associations. In this one, you will be able to see for each of them their full name, the city, their address, the spoken languages, eventually the contact information when it's available. If I scroll down a bit, you can find here, for example, email addresses that are available and phone numbers when they are provided. And this information is coming again directly from the ITB. Every time we have a chance to update it at the tier secretariat, you will benefit of all this information. It is important to note that a lot of those features are available offline, except of course for holder and map to some extent, as they will only be able to display information that could have been cached. But this will allow you to actually access part of the registers, at least all the ones that you have consulted will be stored on your phone, meaning that if you go through each of those countries one by one, down the line you will have all the registers, settings and stamps recorded and available on your phone even offline. If you finally go here on the profile page, you'll find that you can update your profile, you can contact us and reach out to us in case you need to send an email or you have an query. And of course, if you wish, you can log out. Now, it's important to note that the application will not require you to log in every time you access it. If you were to simply close it at some point and reopen it afterwards, you will see that the application will not ask you to log in again. It will only ask you to do so every 30 days just to check that you are actually the person still using the application. And this feature is only available if your phones can be unlocked via either a pattern or code pin or any other biometrics that will ensure that your phone is actually locked and cannot be accessed by anyone else than yourself when your phone is not around and not close to you. This is the end of this video. I hope that you appreciated it and that you will use this app and enjoy all the benefits of the eTIR mobile apps. Thank you.